Good evening, guests and fellow Toastmasters. A very warm welcome to meeting number 103 of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I'm Toastmaster Sudhir, your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. Our club's mission is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. As a sergeant at arms, I must highlight some key points for today's meeting. The meeting is blocked for 2 hours and we urge you to stay for the entire duration to get the maximum benefit out of it. Your videos should be on, your audio should be off. Audio should be on only when you're called or need to speak. Regarding topics related to sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not restrict speaking on all these topics, at the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, we request everyone to be mindfully responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. We urge you to be cognizant that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and spirit, hence ensuring that there is no sexist, racist, or any other undertone that creates hostility and discomfort for the members or guests. Now, let me call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting, an experienced B2B sales professional, a certified soft skill trainer with a decade of industry exposure, currently pursuing a full-time master's degree in the United States. She is a mindful introvert striving to become a profound public speaker. Grateful for the camaraderie of Toastmasters fraternity, she actively serves as a club mentor, club coach, and an area director across various districts. While continuously learning and growing through her pathways, she also serves as a president of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. She says, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream another dream." Now, please help me with the welcoming presiding officer of today's meeting, Toastmaster Smruti Sagarika Mohanty. Over to you, presiding officer Smruti.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudhir Gaur. Can you please hear it for our Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sudhir? Definitely, we need someone who, with utmost love, starts a meeting by laying the ground rule politely so that we will understand which are the norms of any Toastmasters meeting. Thank you once again to our Sergeant at Arms for starting the meeting on time and laying down those foundational rules for all of us. Well, as a presiding officer, it is an absolute pleasure to call the meeting number 103 of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club to order. What a beautiful gathering of familiar faces, new faces, and specially visiting Toastmasters who are joining us once again, either taking a part, a role, or just by helping us with their presence on the screen so that we can make another beautiful, impactful Toastmasters meeting. Before you know more about Gabbys, can we know more about you? A slight introduction about your name, where you are signing in from at present, and what brought you to the Gabbys. Though I know all of you, but having said that, may I request Latika? Latika, you joined right away. Would you like to help us with a quick introduction? And I think you are the same, Latika, but would you like to help us with a brief, please? Latika, if you're speaking, you are on mute. Okay, by the time Latika make herself comfortable, may I request Toastmaster Pritpal, though you are taking a designated role, having said that, can you help us with a quick introduction of 30 seconds, please?
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Toastmaster Pritpal. I'm the president of the Palava Toastmasters Club. at Palava, that is near Mumbai. I have been a Toastmaster for around 7 years now, and it has been a wonderful journey. I've been attached. I think I've started attending Gabbys since the last year, and it has been a wonderful. It has always been a wonderful experience to join Gabbys meetings. I learned the importance of table topics evaluations from the Gabbys, and the two evaluation thing that you do. I think wonderful initiatives are coming from the Gabbys club, and someday I plan to do that in my club also. So learning from the best. Thank you so much for your warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pritpal, for joining once again another meeting of the Gabbys. Now, may I request Swathi? Swathi, you were a speaker last time. Would you help us with a quick introduction, people who missed that particular meeting, in quick 30 seconds, please? Over to you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Swathi from ANZ Manyata Toastmasters. So last time I was a speaker. I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer, vocalist, and I am an active member of the Toastmasters Club. And I was a speaker last time, so I'm very happy to be part of Gabbys again. So looking forward to more speeches. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Swathi, for joining another meeting of the Gabbys. Well, in the paucity of time, let's proceed. If you want to share your introduction, do not shy away in sharing the same mindfully in the chat box. We would acknowledge the same and read it out aloud if time permits. Well, Zoom is a very beautiful platform, so do not hesitate in encouraging the fellow speaker who is taking a stage. Remember, we are here to enhance our communication skill, to enhance our networking skills. A sign of encouragement helps a speaker to proceed further. So use your chat box, your Zoom emoticons to encourage the fellow speaker. Now let's proceed towards what exactly is Toastmasters. We are all Toastmasters here. Maybe few who joined for the very first time. Whether it's the first meeting or the 100th meeting, we know it is a camaraderie, a community where we join together to look forward to be a profound speaker, a better leader, and a good communicator by end of the day. And all boils down to the love of growth, the love of meaningful connection where we uplift each other. And Gabby's is no different. A community club who thrives and strives on the same spirit of mutual growth. We as a club is a family of three clubs, which is the Gabbys Online, and the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club. We meet thrice a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, with a different combination of meeting arrangement. Today, you are going to witness the Tuesday meeting arrangement. More details will be shared by our dedicated Toastmaster of the day. Now, as we are striving forward, I hope the background of our Zoom is fascinating to you. Want to know more about the same? Wait till the last leg of the meeting. I will make a quick announcement. Now it's time to understand the meeting, time to understand the theme, and time to understand how we are going to spend the remaining 1.5 to 2 hours. For that, let's welcome the special person, the Toastmaster of the day. Now imagine the blend of the precision of IT governance, a soulful music passionate, and someone with the wisdom of behavioral psychology. That is a deadly combination of our Toastmaster, the day Toastmaster Sravan for you. With over 3 years of leadership in Toastmaster, which includes the club president, he understands the love in leadership, which is serving others. As a violin player, he knows harmony is not just in music, it is how we all connect. So, Toastmaster Sravan, the stage is all yours. Guide us with your unique of art of loving. Over to you, and can we hear it for Toastmaster Sravan Kumar?
Thank you, Toastmaster Smruti. I'm pleased with your introduction. It was a very nice introduction I had ever received. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. In case if I don't see ya, good night too. How many of you remember this dialogue? Who knows this dialogue? This dialogue is from a popular movie. Anybody? It's a very beautiful movie called The Truman Show. You must watch that. It's a very beautiful movie. To understand what God is, what love is, it's really a nice representation of God, love, our belief system. Love, perhaps the most used and abused word in every language. Today, our theme is the art of loving. And together, we will peel back its many layers. The great philosopher J. Krishnamurti once said, to love is to be vulnerable, to love is to be open, to love is to be free, not possessed or possessed by. With that spirit of openness, let us open our invigorating meeting. To love is not to ask anything in return, not even to feel that you are giving something, and it is only such love that can know freedom. This is another great quote from him. Here I'm trying to introduce you the theme and trying to bring all of you into the ocean of love. Let that sink in. In a world where love is often transactional, Krishnamurti invites us to see love not as a possession, not as an attachment, but as something far deeper, a state of being. Today's meeting will follow the same core principles to explore, to grow, and to speak freely and from the heart. First of all, let us understand what is the definition of love. How can we define it? Is it a feeling or a chemical reaction or a hallmark card? Anybody have any thoughts? How do you define love? Anybody? I think everybody is in love with your family members, your friends, with your fellow Toastmasters. All right. Love is not attachment. If there is attachment, there is fear, and fear is not love. Once he said, love is an energy, a profound awareness that connects all living beings without condition, expectation, or fear. It's not limited to a romance or relationships. It exists in how we see the world, how we listen, how we care, quietly, unconditionally, and without judgment. I'll tell you how love is defined by him. Say, for example, in the current world, I have an image about you, and you have an image about me, and these two images form a relationship, and we label it as love, isn't it? Once we realize that this is not the true image which I am expecting, the real nature of a other person, when you realize, automatically the breakup starts. So these images, as long as you are satisfied with the images which you form about others, are satisfying your ego, your relationship will sustain in a materialistic way. But if you don't know the true personality, the reality of the other person, and merge your reality with other person's reality, become a union and union, then you can realize the true love is. I'll start with one story, which actually I have narrated it. It came into my mind when I was thinking about the world. For example, the world is young. In that young world, the garden of four motivations, four traits or four awarenesses you can see. There are four types of people you can understand. The four noble spirits, I call them. One is knowledge, and the second one is a power. The third one is a wealth, and fourth one is a strength. Is there any desire in among all of us? Is there any desire other than these four forms, these four spirits we possess? as a human being. Either we possess for the knowledge, or for the power, or for the wealth, or for the strength. In fact, mixing all of them, all these traits are in us, all these spirits are in each of us. In the initial stage, when it is young, it was the first one is each one has fall in love with various things. The knowledge fall in love with wisdom, and it has given a birth to enlightenment. Next, the power had fallen in love with the dignity, and it had given a birth to modesty. And the wealth had fallen in love with the purpose, and it had given a birth to prosperity. And the strength had fallen in love with the vitality, and it had given a birth to the stamina. So these are all the four relations. I will explain how these four relations are diluted, how the birth of evil spirits are born. I will tell you in going forward. Let us step into the actual meeting. Apart from the theme, let me introduce the structure of today's meeting. As we dive into the art of loving through speeches and evaluations, today's meeting will not include a table topic session. So we'll have more space to hear prepared speeches and thoughtful feedback. Here is how our meeting will flow. First part is prepared speeches, where our speakers will share their carefully crafted messages, and evaluation round, where we reflect, appreciate, and offer constructive feedback. Finally, the reports and closing remarks. Let's now move to the first segment, the prepared speeches segment. Before that, let me tell you the prepared speeches, how the each speech will be evaluated. Each speech will be evaluated by two evaluators. Every club has its own flavor. This is Gabby's flavor. That is, if each speech will be evaluated by two evaluators. The second evaluator will ensure they do not repeat the same points made by the first one. This approach will provide the speaker with diverse perspectives and richer feedback. It will also challenge the evaluators to evaluate their analysis and offer the audience deeper insights and more food for thought. So that was the secret behind the Gabby's approach. Maybe rest of the clubs may copy it. We have to take the copyrights on that. Next, let me introduce the today's general evaluator. Today's general evaluator is our Toastmasters Samita Kar. Let me introduce her to all of you. Change is the only way of life, and her life reflects that. She started her professional journey as a teacher and then chased her dreams till she was finally the principal of a school. But dreams changed, and now she is a soft skills trainer for graduating kids. Over the years, her hobbies have changed from batik and cross stitch to reading and traveling, enjoying her third pathway in Toastmasters journey. Let me welcome, please join me, ladies and gentlemen, with a big round of applause. Let us welcome our general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Samita Kar. Toastmaster Samita Kar, please lead the stage.
Thank you, thank you. Let us hear for the Toastmaster of the day for introducing such a lovely theme to us. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all geared up, and today I'm the general evaluator. The purpose of a general evaluator is simple. I will keep an eye on everything that is going on or not going on in a meeting. I will take notes and see how the meeting is going on. This is not basically to point out the flaws, but to make a meeting better every single time. That's what Toastmaster is all about. And definitely, I will be evaluating each and every participant. But to do this work, I alone am not capable. I need people around me. And today, we have a timer, a language evaluator, and a listener to help me out. So, our timer is Ashwini N. Ashwini is working as a manager for corporate partnership at Impact Guru, and she expertly blends strategy and creativity to drive meaningful impact. Outside of work, she is passionate chess enthusiast and love immersing herself in thought-provoking podcasts. She's joined Toastmaster to refine her communication skill and connect with inspiring individuals like all of us that are present in the meeting. Ashwini, please go ahead and explain your role.
Yeah, is my voice audible?
Yes, it is.
Great. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. As a timer for today, I'll be helping everyone stay within their allotted speaking time because, as we know, in the art of loving, just like in public speaking, timing is everything. Timing matters. So, whether it's expressing love through words or delivering a powerful speech, know when to start, pause, or stop. That makes all the difference. Here is how the timing works. So I'll be showing for the prepared speeches, we have 5 to 7 minutes. I'll be showing a green card at 5 minutes, a yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes. And this is how it will look. My background will look. So let me just quickly change the colors for you. This is green, yellow, and red. So for prepaid switches, again to repeat, at 5 minutes it will be green card, at 6 minutes it is yellow, and at seventh minute it is going to be red card. And since we don't have table topics, I'll not be reading out the time allotted for table topics. I'll quickly move on to the evaluation. For evaluators, it will be green card at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5, and red at 3 minutes. So yeah, I look forward to a well-timed and love-filled meeting. So with that, I'll hand over the stage back to you, ma'am, the general evaluator. Yeah, great.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini. So, she will present her report once when she is called upon. Next, we have a very important role, language evaluator. Language evaluator today is none other than Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya. He is a mechanical stimulation engineer at robotic startup, an avid reader, and a fitness enthusiast. To learn, network, and grow, he has joined the Toastmasters, and he is doing so. Over to you, Toastmaster Sreehari. You're on mute.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today, good evening, everyone. Today, I have the pleasure of serving as your language evaluator, a role that allows me to focus on some of the essential tools we all bring to this meeting, that is, our language. Throughout the session, I'll be carefully observing how we all use the words to express and to connect. I'll be listening for filler words like unnecessary interjections such as and, well, so, crutch words like basically, actually, or like. Repetitions such as or this means, and also awkward pauses that unintentionally break the flow of the speech. At the same time, I'm playing the dual role. I'll also be noting on some of the creative and effective use of the English language to further enrich our vocabulary. Let me introduce you all to the word of the day. The word of the day is altruism. The meaning is the ability of a system or a person to care more than the needs and happiness of the other people more than your own. It can be used as an altruism or altruistic. One of the usage example could be most health professionals are motivated by altruism and concern for patients' best interest. I all urge you to use this word of the day, altruism, as much as possible. So I'll be noting down everything and present a brief report at the end of the meeting. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sreehari, our altruistic language evaluator today. And we have our listener. Our listener is one who will listen and he will tell you what to do. So we have Gurdit Sandhu. Toastmaster Gurdit Sandhu, personally on a journey to be an impactful communicator and professional territory business manager. A recent entrant to the corporate world trying to juggle with the never ending task. So well said. That is what we all are trying to do. Over to you, Toastmaster Gurdit.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So I'll be the listener of the day. And as the listener of the day, I'll be actively listening to all of the things said during the meeting and will be drafting short question after the meeting to test our listening skills. And before passing on the stage to General Evaluator, I would like to mention a quote by Mark Brown. To be a good speaker, you have to be a good listener first. And being an altruistic in nature, I would be more than happy to help all of you to be a good speaker.
Thank you. Thank you, our listener and everyone. Please listen carefully to the meeting so that you can answer all the questions that are asked at the end. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. I hope all of you know who is going to play which role. Maybe our listener at the end will question you. Well, let us step into the prepared speeches segment. This is the part of the meeting where we experience the power of preparation. Our speakers have poured their thoughts, emotions, and stories into their speeches, I believe, each in their own way reflecting the human condition and perhaps a bit of that art of loving. As our great philosopher who is along with us in this meeting consciously, he said, relationship is a mirror in which we see ourselves as we are. May these speeches be that mirror today, offering us glimpses of our own hearts and minds. Let me first introduce you the speaker number one. She brings with her a unique blend of creativity and logic. She is both a graphic designer and an engineer by education. This rare combination has shaped her perspective, allowing her to approach challenges with both imaginative flair and analytical precision. She has joined Toastmasters with a clear goal to become a more confident and impactful speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands together and join me in welcoming our first speaker, Toastmaster Mamta. She is going to deliver a speech in the pathway motivational strategies. It's a level one, project one icebreaker speech. The purpose of the speech is member to introduce herself to the club members. Her speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Swathi and Toastmaster Pritpal. Toastmasters Mamta, can you do audio and video check? Can you say something? Today is a wonderful day. Can you say
Hello,
that?
I am audible.
Yeah, today is a wonderful day. Can you repeat it, Toastmaster Mamta?
Hello, today is a wonderful day.
Yeah, I can hear you and I can see you. Toastmaster Mamta, the power of small steps, the power of small steps. Toastmaster Mamta, your time starts now.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivan Kumar. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Mamta Jain. I believe that life is a series of small steps. Some steps are easy, like learning to ride a bicycle. Some are scary, like driving for the first time on a busy road. And some are completely out of your comfort zone, like public speaking. Today, I am standing here taking one more small step towards something that both excites me and slightly terrifies me: public speaking. But that's what life has taught me. Small steps can lead to powerful changes. I come from a technical background. I am an electrical engineer. I have always liked understanding how systems work and finding practical solutions to problems. But over time, I also discovered a creative side in me, which led me to pursue some courses in graphic and web design. It gave me a new language to express ideas visually. That opened up a new world for me where creativity meets logic and where design can communicate what words sometimes cannot. Beyond my career and skills, there are many layers that make up who I am. I deeply value family and spend as much time with them as possible. I believe family is not just a part of life, it is the heart of life. I love spending time with my loved ones, whether it is helping out in small ways, talking over a cup of tea, or celebrating festivals together. These moments are the most precious to me. I enjoy cooking not just as a daily task, but as a way to unwind, explore, and care for others. It is my meditation in the kitchen. One of the most meaningful practices in my life is Swadhyay, the study of the self through Jain philosophy. I regularly read Jain scriptures and books. These teachings help me reflect, calm my thoughts, and focus on values like compassion, nonviolence, and self discipline. They guide me day to day choices and give me a sense of balance when life gets overwhelming. They have shaped the way I see challenges and taught me to respond rather than react. One of the habits that keep me grounded, both literally and emotionally, is yoga. Through regular practice, I discovered not just physical flexibility, but mental clarity. It teaches me patience, presence, and the power of breathing through challenges on the mat in the life and the life. It helps me to stay calm, focused, and grounded, especially during stressful moments. Yoga has taught me discipline and self awareness. I also believe in being open to learning new things, whether it is mastering a new design tool, learning to drive, understanding a religious concept, or improving my speaking skills. I am always curious and eager to grow. Learning keeps me energized. It reminds me that I can always evolve. That brings me to why I joined Toastmasters. I want to become a better communicator, not just to speak fluently, but to speak with purpose. I want to grow as a leader, be more expressive, be more confident, and learn from each one of you. This is not just about standing on a stage, it is about finding and strengthening my voice. So thank you for welcoming me into this space. I am excited to be part of this journey with all of you, one small but meaningful step at a time. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Wonderful Toastmaster Mamta. Very nice to know about you. I think we have one Gen Master in our club. We are so happy for that. Next, our second speaker for today. Let me introduce the second speaker to all of you. She is the club president of Tamil Toastmasters Club, bilingual Toastmasters for the last 5 years. She is a Guinness record holder for performing the folk dance along with other 10,000 dancers for 2 hours. She is an associate automation test manager by profession and a blogger, podcaster, freelancer by passion. So we are so lucky to meet you today, a Guinness record holder. Ladies and gentlemen, please join your hands together and join me in welcoming our second speaker today, Toastmaster Kavitha Karuppannan. I hope I spelled correctly. Toastmaster Kavitha Karuppannan is going to deliver a speech under motivational strategy level 5 project 1. The purpose of the project is to practice the skills needed to build a cohesive team and host an event. You are already proven with your Guinness record, Toastmaster Kavitha. I think this is just a easy task for you, I believe. Toastmaster Kavitha, can you say today is a wonderful day, just for audio video check?
Today is a wonderful day. 1, 2, 3.
I think your voice is breaking. Can you come closer to the mic? Yeah.
Today is a wonderful day. 1, 2, 3.
This is better, I believe. Yeah. I can see you and I can hear you. Yeah. Toastmaster Kavitha's speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Sanjay Jain and Toastmaster Sagarika. The speech title is My Ecstatic Speechcraft Coordinator Journey. My Ecstatic Speechcraft Coordinator Journey, Toastmaster Kavitha. Toastmaster Kavitha, My Ecstatic Speechcraft Coordinator Journey. Your time starts now.
How many of you have pre-planned your journey? Be it a long travel with your family or friends or for your office trip, if you are going for on-site. Do you pre-plan your journey? Do we have anybody who is going without any plan for your journey? Yeah, thank you so much for your response, Toastmaster of the day. We all plan, if you're going for even a small trip, even for a one-day trip, we all plan like what to pack, whom and all we have to gather and how to go. Like my Guinness record journey, this is one another milestone I can say. This is really so harder like I got when I have gone through for getting my Guinness record holder. So that is none other than the speechcrafters journey, speechcraft coordinator journey. This is the first time I'm doing this journey. I'm really glad to share my wonderful plan I have planned for my 8-week speechcrafter journey. As you all know, the speechcrafter has to identify 5 speechcrafters to start with that program. So without reason, will not do anything. But I also have couple of reasons. Reason number 1, I wanted to achieve my DTM credit. This is one of the KPIs I can say. The second reason, I wanted to increase my 10 Tamil Toastmasters bilingual clubs membership. The third, I wanted to raise the fund for my club, because since it's an online club, we did not charge anything extra for having a or in-person meeting. Out of these 3 reasons, do you feel that only reasons will help you to go on your journey successfully? Definitely not. You need a couple of fuels, right? If you're travel by a flight or car or bike, whatever it is, you need to pay something, be it in a fuel or be it in a ticket form. I also started paying something, that is my dedication, my effort, and my passion. Out of these 3, I had one major thing, that is my mentorship. So I started mentoring all the 5 speech crafters without hesitating at any point of time. So I was reachable for 24/7, I can say, for last 2 weeks. I just started 2 weeks back and I have completed successfully 2 sessions. You might all wonder how it's possible for the first time. I never ever had any backup from my club in case of my absence. But out of that, one DTM from my club helped me for mentoring one of the speech crafters. out of 5. So I started mentoring only 4 people as of now. And even in the first session, I was able to make them to deliver the icebreaker speech. And the rest of the 2 people have delivered the icebreaker speech on the second meeting. And 2 more people have delivered the second speech, speech with purpose on the second meeting. So I designed my meeting like this for having a special session, special education sessions on how to craft a speech or body language, vocal variety, storytelling, and some other crucial elements for crafting and delivering a speech. And the second segment would be table topics. We made all the speech crafters to deliver a speech for 1 to 2 minutes with the simple topics so that we can get the confidence. And finally, we had the experts who will be evaluating and giving a crucial and more friendly and increasable recommendations for them. So this is what my actual plan for every week. Except the first week, I have already planned to get the educational speakers, the experts, seasoned Toastmasters from the other clubs as well as my club. And for the rest of the 6 weeks, I have planned, I have just filled the roles for the rest of the 3 weeks, and I have identified all the evaluators and the educational speakers. What benefits my speech crafters are getting now? I have got the feedback, how are they feeling, whether there are any improvements. So I felt a lot of confidence improved, and they started delivering a speech without any hesitation. Earlier, they were hesitant to talk to many people, those who are very new to them, but they have increased their confidence and they started their first step to begin in Toastmasters journey, or as I can say, public speaking journey. So with this, I'm just continuing my mentorship and then my 200% effort for making them to shine in their public speaking skills. And already I have made 2 speech crafters as member in my club. Before completing 8 weeks, I'm planning to have 2 more members, 2 more speech crafters to convert as a member. So this is what my plan for completing my speech crafters journey. So I really wish all of your wishes to get succeeded in my journey. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sravan Kumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavitha. I wholeheartedly wish you all your plans should be successful. I hope the same from all our Gabbys team. So that's the end of our prepared speeches round. Before we take a break for 5 minutes, I would like to ask you, because it's not more interactive, I would like to ask you, how many of you are in love at present with anybody? It could be your daughter, it could be your spouse, or it could be your friend, whatever it may be. Maybe it could be a thing with which you are in love. The way I am in love with music, like that. Can anybody share your thoughts? I would like to make it a bit interactive. Yes, Toastmaster Pritpal.
I think I'm in love with life itself, first of all. Then a lot of things that come with life. I have my twin nephews whom I love to bits. Then there are times when I love the same thing I hate, like, possibly routine. Like sometimes I love my routine and sometimes I hate my routine. I have a love-hate relationship with it. But I think love is a part of my daily life. So yes, I am in love with life itself.
Nice, very nice. Nice to know that, Toastmaster Preetpal. I think Toastmaster Kavitha also raised her hand. Toastmaster Kavitha, would you like to share your story? Yeah.
Yes, I can say that I'm in love with myself because I found a lot of talent in me, especially after starting with this speech crafter journey, and even after getting that Guinness record. So I was able to identify my potential, which I haven't known earlier. So loving myself is the first thing. Second is my family, husband, mom, and then kid. That's as
Yeah,
usual.
in fact, personally, I believe that that is the greatest love. That self-love drives the rest of the love around us. It could be even it's a parent love with the parents or children, whatever. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. I believe that is the strongest belief I have. I do agree with that, Toastmaster Kavitha. Anybody would like to share your thoughts? Anybody, please raise your hand. All right. So if we don't have anybody, then we will continue after 5 minutes. Let us take a 5 minutes break now and we'll start the evaluation section. Have a break. We will be back soon. You in the break. Hello, everyone. Can you come on to the camera so that I can understand that all are back after the break? Yeah. Well, welcome back. Now, let us step into the next thing is evaluation section. Thank you to all our speakers for their heartfelt deliveries. Now we move to the segment where we honor the courage to improve. Feedback is one of the purest forms of support we offer each other, and when done with love, it nurtures rather than wounds. Let us now welcome our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Samita Kar, who will guide us through this segment. I request Toastmaster Samita Kar to lead the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sravan Kumar. So now starts the most interesting session in this whole meeting, that is the evaluation. How have we done? And we have some wonderful evaluators with us today. The first evaluator who will be evaluating the first speaker, Mamta Jain, is Toastmaster Swathi. She's a passionate finance professional with over 3 years of experience in the banking industry and has a strong interest in communication culture and continuous learning. And what does she do? In the morning, she's working in the bank, helping customers, and in the evening, immersing herself in Bharatanatyam practice, vocal music, or preparing speeches for Toastmasters journey. Toastmaster Swathi, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator Samita Kar. I would congratulate Toastmaster Mamta Jain for that wonderful speech. So it's not easy to give an icebreaker speech. It is the first speech in Toastmasters, and I totally understand how difficult is it to come up on stage, give your speech, prepare it, and render it in such a short time. So I congratulate on giving your first icebreaker speech. I'm looking forward to for more such speeches. So coming to the good part of your speeches. So I loved how you transition between cooking, yoga, taking care of family, learning new stuffs, and I understood what your life is. So that was a perfect icebreaker speech. You didn't divert from any topic. I didn't feel like you were rushing through. You were on par with your topic, and I felt whatever you wanted to convey, you conveyed it perfectly. Also, there is feedback that I would like to provide. So it is it is more like to improve your speeches for the further when you move along. So the first one is vocal variety. So when you said just a minute. Okay, so when you said I am excited, you could have told I am excited. I'm excited to learn yoga. So yoga came into my life. So you could have paused there. So that is the vocal variety. So you can play around with your voice. You can go up, go down, so that it'll attract more audience and it'll have a deeper impact on the audience. And the second one is body language. I could, it's an online meeting, so there is cons that body language is not that visible, but you could have stood up and used your hands, your body, facial expressions. You would have that is my understanding, and that is my point of view. So all in all, it was an amazing speech. I loved every part of it, and I loved the conclusion that you said, learning from each other. So as Toastmasters, that should be our main motto, because this is the safe platform where everybody can make mistakes and we learn from each other. So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to more such speeches. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swathi. And as you all know, not one, there are two evaluations today. And we have the second evaluator as Toastmaster Pritpal. Toastmaster Pritpal is a consultant in an academic editing organization where she also heads the training team. She thrives on staying busy and living two extremes, that either firefighting mode or full sloth mode. I loved that, really. Enjoying both ends of the spectrum. And she has been Toastmaster since 2017, completed one path, and is on her second path now. She's president of Pallava Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Preetpal, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much, General Evaluator. And my target speaker, Mamta. Well begun is half done. You have begun well. Just starting to speak is actually telling us all that you know what, Mamta is ready to be on this journey of self-discovery, of motivation, motivating others. Your pathway is motivational strategies. I think I really liked the way you structured everything. From this speech, I know about a lot about you. What are your hobbies? What are your motivations? About your family? What you like to celebrate with your family? And even the principle of Swadhyay, which was new to me. So thank you for sharing that. So the purpose of our icebreaker speech was met. However, since this is your first speech, so everything is excused. But going forward, like what you need to do is add a bit more drama, a bit more passion. When you're talking about cooking, and you said cooking is my passion, where was that passion? You should say cooking is my passion, and everybody loves what I eat cook. So if you talk with a lot of passion, that comes out. So enjoy what you are speaking. If you do that, you're really going to you know uh, impact a lot of people. Because the whole idea, when you said that you want to be a speaker, not just any speaker, but a purposeful speaker, and a purposeful speaker is somebody who is an impactful speaker also. So you need to bring up variations. You need to stand the entire body, and honestly, you don't really necessarily need to stand also. I'm sitting, but my hands are moving. My face is moving. There are expressions. So exactly what you need to do. Of course, better expressions, but yes, this is what you need to bring about in your speeches. Your other evaluator has also given you feedback about pauses, tonal variety. So I won't get into that. But the word I want to use here, and I'm sorry I'm using this word, it is robotic. It came out as if you were reading a script. It's like straight something is going on and you're reading from that script. So when you're reading from the script, you are not able to enjoy the speech fully. So going forward, try to enjoy your speech. So well begun, Mamta. I think you have a great future when it comes to speaking, but you need to just take care of these little things and enjoy what you do. As the theme of the day is love. Love what you do, and I'm sure that you will, meet the purpose of attempting the pathway itself. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preetpal. My target speaker, Mamta Jain. Everyone has congratulated you because you have started your path. And I also am joining them in congratulating you. The first step is so difficult, and the second becomes easier, and the third is still better. I do agree with all the evaluations that has been given to you. However, the little bit about the vocal variety and bringing that drama and all, I'm sure you'll be learning in the path that is coming forth. Yes, I do agree that reading a script takes away from you because you have so much to speak. So try to look into the camera and speak to us so that we connect with you more. You have lovely stories, and I'm waiting to hear more of your stories. Our next speaker has again two evaluators. The first evaluator is Toastmaster Sanjay Jain, who will be evaluating speaker Toastmaster Kavitha. Toastmaster Sanjay is a chartered accountant by profession, married to a lovely wife, who is also a CA. The couple is blessed with 2 lovely children. Outside Toastmaster and accounting, Sanjay likes to play cricket, chess, and loves traveling. Let us welcome Toastmaster Sanjay. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator Samita. Good evening, everyone, and Kavitha in particular. You started the speech by asking questions. That was a good way of keeping the audience attention. You pulled the audience attention by giving the reasons why you have to do the speech card, which was genuine. The 3 reasons which nobody discloses. One is the DTM, other is the raising the funds, and the third thing is you spoke about the increasing the membership. This was fine. You started your speech with started your speechcraft with 5 speechcraft, and you started mentoring them alone. Here, I do not see any team involvement. Why? Because your project is main about team involvement, team building. Where I do not see particularly there is no team building activity at all. Why? Because a speechcraft program requires a lot of team members to participate. Somebody will advertise for this speechcraft members. Somebody will do. If it's online, then Zoom moderator or some other things which you are not at all spoken about that. Where your project speaks about mainly about this team building, which I am not able to see anything, because you already said that you alone did it. Alone doing is not the requirement of this project, because this will make you the main person, but there is no involvement of team. We have to build the team. So you could have spoken about how you led the team, or somebody has guided you and you are leading the team. Some story you could have brought into it, so that it would have served the real purpose. So what I think is that this your speech does not qualify for this project. So I would request you to bring that elements into your project, and again give this speech involving how you build the team and how the team has worked upon it, and what achievements they have done, and overall what is the team goals and things like that, which I think should have been the main purpose and center of this project. Overall, I enjoyed your speech and I learned many things about it. Thank you very much, and all the best for the next project. Yes, sorry for giving you this recommendation. Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay, for such a clinical evaluation. We have our second Sourav Dutta is winner of awards and has completed all the 11 parts in Toastmasters pathways. He has been a President's Distinguished Division Director, Distinguished Area Director in the past. We all know him for the various roles and leadership roles that he has played in the different companies. And currently, he's building his own edutech startup, Practive, which he founded in June 2020. What we also know is that he's the wind behind most of our Gabbys meeting, making sure that we perform to the best. Over to you, Evaluator DTM Sourav Dutta.
Kavitha, I think you would have noticed one thing. The moment your speech title was read out, some of the faces in the meeting lit up, Smruti, Samita, because these people are all previous speech crafters. The reason they are sitting here is because of, the speechcraft program that Toastmaster has. In fact, I started off the speechcraft program in the Gabbys because someone like you was kind enough to give a speech like this in one of the meetings outside of India. And I attended that meeting, and that's where I first got to know about speechcraft. I was very intrigued. What is speechcraft all about? I went and introduced that to our club. And from then we have done, 100 speechcrafters have been a part of our Speechcraft program. Many of them, I think almost 50% of them have gone on to become Toastmasters. So I think this topic in itself is a very necessary topic. We should do more speeches around that. So first of all, kudos to you for that particular topic selection. Second, you went into a lot of details in terms of providing, details which gave a lot of credibility to your entire project. Now, I have a few recommendations for you, and because it's a higher level project, you're attempting for DTM, so I'll be a little bit more clinical in my evaluation. You started off with asking two questions. How many of you plan your journey? How many of you go on a journey without your plan? These two are contradictory questions. You should never ask contradictory questions in succession. Because when Smruti raised her hand, I did not know, was she saying yes to the first question or to the second question? Right? Number one. Number two, whenever you're talking about whys, never talk about your personal why first. Right? There's an optics problem. Otherwise, people will label you as narcissist. You said my first why was I want a DTM point, right? No. The first why has to be for the others, right? Because we are in Toastmasters where service is something that we look up to, right? We are servant leaders. As a DTM, one of the core expectations from you is being a servant leader. So, DTM otherwise is just a few alphabets strung together. The real meaning of DTM is in the service. So you have to first talk about members, funds, and then I wanted the DTM credit. The third thing, you had only 2 to 3 minutes. I think you went into too much of detail. Probably in 2 to 3 minutes, what you can cover is more like a table of contents, POC, in terms of what are the high level plans. You say that, I have 5 participants. I have 3 education speakers. I have got 10 volunteers to help me run these sessions. And this is how you could have just said, and then the goals in terms of how many weeks you want to do, what is the success rate, and so on. Going into so much of detail about these are the programs, this is this, in 2 to 3 minutes is being very ambitious. So I would request you to do more speeches like this, because we need to keep reminding ourselves of the wonderful programs that we have in Toastmaster. But when you do it, plan it a little better so that you're able to do justice given the time that you have a more powerful logical start, add a bit of a structure, and you're all good to go. I wish you all the best for your Speechcraft program, and I'm sure that very soon I will be addressing you as distinguished Toastmaster Kavitha. Over to you, Toastmaster Samita Kar.
Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful evaluation. Toastmaster Kavitha, you have got your evaluation from both of them, and I agree completely with what they have said. Be mindful of the time that has been allotted to you. And yes, as Toastmasters, we are very used to speaking for 5 to 7 minutes or even more. Speaking less requires that restraint in us, and cutting down to just a few points that you can discuss. I'm sure you'll be doing that. And next time when we are hearing, we will hear you speak within that 3 minutes and wonderfully well. Thank you for coming and participating and telling us about the program that you are doing. Yes, now we have our timekeeper, the language evaluator, and the listener. So first on, I will call our timer, Ashwini, to present her report.
Yes, I'm just sharing my screen. So the report looks like, as you can see, we have one disqualification. That's Toastmaster Kavitha. Rest all the speakers and the evaluators are qualified. I'll be sharing this in the chat box.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini. Next, we have our language evaluator, Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya. Please present your report.
Just a moment, I'll present my screen.
Yes. So
Could you give me a moment? Maybe after listener, I can present my screen.
Okay. So, can you just read out your report and paste it in the chat box?
Yeah, sure. If I may, then yeah, I'll go ahead with the counter first.
Yes.
Toastmaster of the day, Sravan has used and only once, both, and kudos to him for that. And even general evaluator Samita, only one, apart from that, no filler words or any crutch words used. And kudos to speaker one Mamta as well. Being just the icebreaker speech, she has not used any filler words or any crutch words. So huge kudos to her as well. Speaker two Kavitha has used 5 times, more than 5 times, 3 times, 3 times, and this means one time. Speaker one, evaluator one, Swathi has used twice and once. And Sanjay has used once, twice, once, and that is repetitive words twice. And speaker to evaluator to Sourav has also not used any of the crutch words or filler words. So kudos to Sourav, Samita, Mamta, and Sravan. I'll present my grammarian language report now. The grammarian. The word of the day today is the altruism, and only our listener Toastmaster Gurdit Singh has used it. And when it comes to the good usages of meeting, we have had quite a few today, starting from Toastmaster of the day, Sravan, profound energy, noble spirits, and Toastmaster Mamta, excites but slightly terrifies, calm, focus, and grounded. Toastmaster Kavitha, ecstatic. Toastmaster Pritpal, robotic, monotone. Toastmaster Sourav, labeling as a narcissist, and distinguished Toastmaster Sourav in succession. When it comes to rhetorical devices, we have had Toastmaster Mamta using be more expressive, be more confident, be more dash dash dash. And even from the Toastmaster Kavitha, my dedication, my efforts, my dash dash dash. When it comes to the proverb, a short pithy saying, we have had one from Toastmaster Sravan, a quote from Jeddi Krishnamurti, to love is to be vulnerable and to love is to dash dash dash, and Toastmaster Gurdit Singh as well. To be a good speaker, you have to be a good listener first. Hyperphora, that is question and then answer, we have had from the Toastmaster of the day, Sravan. Which movie is this dialogue from and what is love? Well, that is all from the language evaluators end, and over to the general evaluator, Samita Kar.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sreehari, for your evaluation. And next, we have our listener, Toastmaster Gurdit.
Thank you, General Evaluator. So now I assume that everybody has listened closely, and I will be asking 4 to 5 short questions. So the first question is, one of our evaluator Swathi, performs which kind of dance form?
Bharatanatyam.
Yes, that's correct. Who was that?
This is me, Ashwini.
Let's hear it for Ashwini. And our TMOD mentioned name of a movie in his introduction while introducing the topic of the day. So can anybody guess what was the name of the movie?
It is a Hollywood Jim Carrey movie. I forgot the name.
Yes, you're almost there.
It started with new something.
Kind of. Okay, so the name was The Truman Show. And our first speaker of the day, by profession, she is a
She's an engineer, electrical engineer.
Yes, that's correct. And our second speaker of the day achieved Guinness World Record by performing the action for how the duration, for how long?
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yes, that's correct. Let's have it for everybody who has answered the questions. And I guess everybody has listened closely and they were able to answer all the questions. Over to you, General Elevator.
Thank you, thank you. Let us give a big round of applause for our timer, language evaluator, and listener for doing their role carefully and noting down everything. And kudos to us all who were present in the meeting because we have listened very carefully. All the answers were given except one. Coming to the report. As always, Gabby's today also started the meeting in time. This is one thing that I absolutely love about the meeting, where all the meeting starts in time. Our essay, Toastmaster Sudhir, explained about the essay, the rules, and what it is all about. One feedback for you, Toastmaster Sudhir, is that since you are starting the meeting, you're setting the tone for the meeting, let it have a little more energy, little more vibrancy, and call together everyone to come into the meeting and set the tone high. Otherwise, you have done a wonderful role. Next, our PO. What I loved about the PO is she was there, networking, she was helping others to rename and make sure that the tone is set and when the meeting starts. So you have done a wonderful role and everyone got a chance to speak, to introduce themselves. You were very mindful of that. Our TMOD, it was a lovely topic, a topic which all of us were interested in what you say about it. You said wonderful things, and we learned a lot today. The feedback that I'll give you is that, when you are starting, it's good to have audience interaction. How can you have that? You ask a question and you wait for others, call out names, and see that they raise their hands and get their answers. Let it be simple questions. Do not read out a script. Talk to the camera. That brings the interaction uh, much more with the audience. And since it is an online platform, we need to be more interactive to make sure that everyone is listening to you. Yes, you have said the most beautiful word that it's love is the most abused word that we can use everywhere, every time that we are speaking about. But bring some emotion, some passion. We are talking of love. Come on, we love ourselves. Definitely, we love ourselves. We love love others also, but self-love, as you have rightly pointed out, that is the first and the beginning of all the love. First, we need to love ourselves, then we can love others. So I want you that you need to speak with a lot of passion because what you were saying were wonderful, but we need that interaction. We need that kind of connecting with the audience, which will make your theme all the more attractive. Next, we had our timer. Timer, you have done a very good role, Toastmaster Ashwini. One feedback is that you can always keep a blue card showing as a timer card. Then you can switch on to your green, yellow, and red. And that helps the speaker to pinpoint where you are and look at the card. A language evaluator has done a very good job. It would be great if we could see your screen and you could present your report. But however, I'm sure you will be pasting it in the chat. The word of the day can be you can just urge other people to use it. Our listener, you had wonderful questions. Everyone heard and they replied to your questions. So they were all listening well. All our evaluators did a wonderful job. Just a word for our evaluator, Swathi. And when it is an icebreaker speech, it is the first time someone is speaking. And we know that it takes a lot of courage to come up and speak for the first time. So as you can pinpoint what can be done, but more till, take 1 minute to appreciate what she has done and how she has come up. That appreciation will help her to the next speech. And we usually don't talk too much about the vocal variety and all because it's an icebreaker. It will be there in the following speeches. And same thing with evaluator Toastmaster Pritpal. I know that it is very difficult because we are in Toastmaster, we want to evaluate, we want to give clinical evaluation. However, when it is a icebreaker speech, let us show some more love and some more compassion that this is the first time they have done it, and let them come up with a lot of encouragement for them to make sure they come back for the second speech. For this the evaluator, Toastmaster Sanjay, you have given a clinical evaluation. However, I would like you to evaluate so that you can complete the time that has been given to you. And fourth evaluator, DTM Sourav Dutta, you did a good clinical evaluation of helping the speaker find where she can improve upon and where she has done well. So this was an evaluation of the whole meeting. I hope that each and every one of you have taken back the feedbacks given to you by your evaluators, and you will be working on that. With this note, I am handing over the stage to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita, for a wonderful feedback. We a lot of learnings from your feedback. I do agree with many of your observations. So with that, that's the end of the general evaluation round for today, and I hope we have a lot of learnings from the general evaluation round. Let us move to, or let me reconnect to the theme. Let me make it more interactive. Unfortunately, my camera is here and my screen is here. That's the reason I am moving here and there. So I'm going to ask you one question. What is the state of mind of a person in love? Anybody would like to share your thoughts? What is the state of mind a person in love?
Above the moon, if I can say, are volatile is the right word.
To bring the humor to this meeting, I'll just would like to share a small snippet. Host is disabled. Can you allow me to share, Toastmaster Sudhir? Could you allow me to share my screen? Yeah, now I can. I'm going to share a small snippet. I think everybody will love and laugh. Is my screen visible to you all?
Yes.
The state of mind of a person who is in love. So I'm going to stop here in the interest of time. So I hope you enjoyed this small snippet from Tom and Jerry. There is a wonderful another episode where Tom is not doing anything, but Jerry will try to bring it back to the work and trying to help the Tom. So that was really a wonderful episode. You must watch that. Let me connect to the story which I was telling. So initially there was a relation between the four spirits I told. What are the four spirits? Can anybody tell?
Knowledge, power, wealth, and strength.
Wonderful. So it was fall in love with the wisdom, dignity, purpose, and vitality, respectively, and they had given a birth to enlightenment, modesty, prosperity, and stamina. This was a very ideal and what you call the Satya Yuga. So the people, everybody is, and everything is in a balance. So that was the state of the society. We can see this kind of purity when we are in a child, like a child, right? If you see the children, they talk only truth. They are very innocent. They speak. Uh, they are more caring the nature. They worry about the nature and everything. All the children, if you closely observe them, their paintings, their writings, and everything, it's a pure form. That is the virginity. I think that's the virgin. That's the virginity of children and the people. That's the reason we attract to them because of that purity in them, isn't it? So that purity will be there in the first stage. And then once we grow old, then what happens? The over time, the desires and temptations arise. Then slowly the knowledge fall in love with the power and the ego gives birth to ego. Then power fall in love with the wealth and gives the birth to competition. And wealth fall in love with the stamina and gives birth to the greed. And strength fall in love with the jealousy and becomes a negligence, gives birth to the negligence. And the next generation or the next step, it will fall in love with the hypocrisy and the arrogance and miserliness and then laziness. This is how the world, the pollution will start. The entire the young world becomes an old world by the time it will lost its virginity and then it becomes polluted by all these negative traits. So that is how the love energy gets transformed. When we fall in love with something negative, how we transform, how we become, how we attract to the negative traits. That's the reason we always try to fall in love with based on our true nature. So if you are a knowledgeable person, try to fall in love with the wisdom, and it will be helpful for the society, which will give birth to the enlightenment. So that is one example I would like to share. Uh, that's the theme I would like to share with all of you today. Maybe a bit deep, but I think there is some learning out of it, as Toastmaster Samita said. Thank you, General Evaluator, and to all our evaluators for your thoughtful insights. As we come to the close of today's meeting, I leave you with one more thought from J. Krishnamurti. Love is not a reaction. If I love you because you love me, that is merry trade, a thing to be bought in the market. It is not love. May we continue to grow not just as speakers, but as people, nurturing relationships that are honest, courageous, and above all, free in your mind. Thank you for letting me serve as your Toastmaster of the day today. I can now return control of the meeting to our presiding officer, Club President, Toastmaster Smruti. Toastmaster Smruti, please lead the stage.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sravan. Can you please hear it for our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sravan Kumar? Sravan, I'll pick the word deep. Indeed, it was quite a deep yet thoughtful message which you conveyed. Thank you so much once again for executing the segment quite profoundly. Before I deep dive into the next proceedings, can we please, for our icebreaker speaker, Toastmaster Mamta Jain, in the Gabby's way, can we give a standing ovation to our speaker because she attempted her first speech in Toastmasters. So, congratulations, Mamta. A standing ovation to you. We wish you all the best for all your future coming speeches. Now let's proceed further. You will see the polls in the respective segment. Please do not shy away. Keep on voting for your favorite one. It will help the respective role taker to be more prepared and execute the best in the next upcoming meetings. So here comes the polls in front of you. While you do the polling part, let me quickly check with few of our guests, members, visiting Toastmaster who are still with us to understand how was their experience with respect to the meeting. Now, may I request Toastmaster Sachin, you joined in the second half, but if you're still here with us, would you like to share your thoughts about the meeting?
Smruti, I'm sorry I joined half an hour back. So most of the meeting I missed. But anyways, Gabby's, I mean, it's always a very well organized meeting. The great speakers, great evaluation. So overall, it's a great experience to, attend the Gabby's meeting.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sachin. It is equally important to check with our members whether they do like the meeting or not. So, but thank you so much for your wise words. Now, may I request again, let me go to my gallery mode and check who are available. May I request Pritpal, you are still with us. Another meeting with the Gabbys. What are your thoughts at present?
The same thing that I have expressed. Time. I mean, you guys, I don't know how you manage time, but you manage time so wonderfully every time. So, how much ever I try, it has been more than 6 months now that I'm trying in my club to, be spot on like you, but still not present. Still not being able to do it. But yeah, getting there. So great. I think this is something I really appreciate, and plus the quality of evaluations and the speeches. I think it gets better and better. So I think I am sure that I will keep coming back for listening to more quality speeches and wonderful evaluations. Not just evaluations of the speakers, but the general evaluation also. So I think always get something to learn from my interaction with you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pritpal, for your wonderful words here once again. Okay, now may I check with Toastmaster Sravan? You did speak a lot, but bearing the TMOD part, how was your experience to attend a Tuesday arrangement meeting? A quick 30 seconds, please.
Yeah, sure. I played a Toastmaster role offline many times. It's not new. I'm confident quite. But the only thing is, I would like to play offline as a Toastmaster. I'm looking forward for such an opportunity uh, to play offline as well with the same confidence.
Okay, so you were equally confident in an online arrangement as well. So definitely, why not? Thank you so much once again for sharing your thoughts. Okay,
Sure.
now I thank you. We have the poll results, but before that, in the Gabby's manner, we do share the woos and wows of a meeting. The good part is we did execute another contentful meeting where we saw a blend of good speeches and evaluation at the same time. You heard your general evaluator quite in depth and well. Now let's focus on, we know we are doing well. We get a lot of appreciation from fellow Toastmasters. Now let's focus on few aspects where definitely we need to just give a quite nudge over there. The first part is, this is again, maybe I'm reiterating, but adding more to it for our TMOD. Toastmaster Sravan, thank you for bringing a lovely and a thoughtful topic. Now there is a very thin line between TMOD who facilitate a show and an educational session where you in-depth share the knowledge. So if we can please rework on the same, because especially in a Tuesday meeting, you know that we do not have table topic. So you will get ample amount of time to interact with the audience. Make best use of the same. Try to pick people who are not on camera. Try to pick people who are not members, those who speak quite less. It will give more weightage to your execution. So if we can implement the same, the meeting quality can be enhanced better. Second part is especially to our auxiliary role takers. Please do your AV check well in advance, whether you are able to share your screen or not. That will not break the monotonous or break the flow of the meeting. Apart from that, we do well as always. So thank you so much once again for executing the meeting quite well. Now let's hear. Okay, I got the result here. Let's hear the polls which we did right away. Starting with our main role player, we had our TMOD and our general evaluator. We did wait for the last second to see that who is going to be the favorite one with marginally one vote. And I'll be very clear, with one vote, the favorite one is our general evaluator, Toastmaster Samita Kar. Please keep on applauding for the winners parallelly. The second role player is an auxiliary role taker, and the one who did the heavy lifting at the last moment is not here, but our language evaluator, Toastmaster Sreehari Acharya. Congratulations, Sreehari. The third one is our evaluators. From the pack of 4 evaluators, you voted for your favorite one to distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Congratulations. For speeches, we had icebreaker speech. So in that context, we do not launch a poll in general, but congratulations, Mamta, for delivering your speech. And that was a wrap with respect to the polling part. Again, a big shout out to each and every role taker who made it to this particular meeting, helping us in executing another Gabbys meeting in the best possible manner. You remember I did mention about the background in the Zoom, which you are seeing or viewing right away. That's the Gabbys Day for you. It is an annual celebration, a signature annual celebration rather, which is where the Gabbys, the 3 clubs of the Gabbys, they come together. It is a day, a tribute to the people, the present, the past, and anyone who is aspiring to be in this particular club. We enjoy, we bring fun, we bring the knowledge and everything. So if you really want to witness what's special about this particular meeting, then please, it's an hybrid arrangement. We cordially welcome each one of you. Do come on 14th June. You can see the time over there and witness the magic there and there itself. Okay, with respect to the meeting, if you miss something in this particular meeting, come Thursday at 7 p.m. where you will get a blend of educational session and table topic. Another way of presenting an awesome meeting from the Gabbys. I was about to say Gabby's Bakery, but having said that, from the house of Gabby's. On that note, thank you so much once again for joining our meeting. I hereby officially close the meeting 103 of the Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club. Until next time, keep learning and stay healthy. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.